Jati pacca jaramarnanti jnanam asiti jatyanatti jaramarnanti jnanam yam pisatang dhammatti jnanam tampika dhammam vaya dhammam viraga dhammam nirodha dhammanti jnanam. When there's a birth, there's a decay and death. When there's a birth, there's a decay and death. If there is no birth, no decay and death. In explanations of the dependent arising, Blessed One explained this. Already you know about the dependent arising. There are 12 factors. In this circle, we cannot show the beginning, middle or end it because it's a circle. But for easy explanations, Blessed One divided the circle to the 12 parts and also explains in these 12 parts the beginning is ignorance, avijja, and the end decay and death, jara marana. I think you can remember Prince Siddhartha. In this great renunciation, how it's happened? Can you remember? He lived in luxurious life in the king's palace. He didn't see any suffering till 29 years of age, because King Suddhodana, the father of Prince Siddhartha, didn't want to show him suffering, as the fortune teller asked him not to show any suffer, because definitely if he felt suffer, he would renunciate. So King Suddhodana, Prince Siddhartha's father, tried to give all the happiness. But one day, in 29 years of age, while he was traveling to the royal park, he saw sick person on the way to the royal park in the city. He went back to the palace and think about that, because as soon as he saw the first time, when he saw the sick person, he didn't know about the sick person. So he asked from the chariot, why that person's like that, they're shivering and look like sad mind. Then he said, the chariot said, the prince, my lord, he's a sick person. Then asked, that sickness is painful? Yes, my lord, chariot said. Even myself subject to sick? The chariot said, yes, my lord. Then he thought, no meaning by enjoying this life, because it's only temporary, it's not permanent enjoyment, happiness, so I should go back to the palace. And another day, when he was traveling to the royal park, also saw another sign, old age person, but he haven't seen before. So he asks from the chariot, my friend, chariot, Channa, his name is Channa, what is that? Who is that man? I never saw before such a person, never see such a person. Then he said, he is an old rich man. Channa, my chariot, my friends, become old age look like suffer, because children cannot even manage his body, control his body, not easy. Then chariot said, yes, that's true. Then the Prince Siddhartha went back to the palace. He thought some solution. Next, another day, then he saw another one. It's the people while crying, yelling, crying, carried something. The Prince Siddhartha asked from the chariot, my friend, chariot Channa, why that people are crying and what they are carrying? He said, some relatives has passed away, died, so that crops they are carrying to throw out. Then he understood that it also suffer. He went back to the palace and thought solution. All this time he thought, if there's a darkness, there should be light to overcome darkness. If there's a coolness, there should be heatness to overcome the cold. Likewise, he thought about many reasons, many solutions. Finally, he decided to renounce it, to give up everything and see the real solution. Because he saw the mendicants who tried to do this thing. Then he gave up everything, departed from the home, the palace, and started striving and practice. Finally, near the great Bodhi tree, what he understood, the cause and effect. As he thought, as a Prince Siddhartha in the beginning, if there's a light to overcome darkness, there should be solution for this. There should be happiness for this unhappiness. So if unhappiness, cause for the unhappiness cut down, then no more unhappiness. According to that theory, he practiced this dependent origination. So he understood why this decay and death arise. Decay and death arise. Not only the decay and death, lamentations, sorrow, suffering, displeasure, so many things arise. He understood, if there's birth only, all these arise. If there is no birth, no decay and death and all others suffers. He understood. So, for final extinction, final goal, attainment of Nibbana, one should understand, one should fully complete all this, all about this. And he should practice for that realization. That is the only way to realize this reality and also to find the final target, ever happiness. Nibbana. Hello my Dhamma friends, welcome to my next video. Let's follow the Buddha's path. We are talking about dependent arising, thorough investigations of dependent arising. The discourse name you can find as Parivimansana Sutta. Already discussed about introductions of this discourse and decay and death. Today we are discussing about birth, cause for decay and death. First of all, let's start with homage to the Blessed One. Namo te purisājanya, Namo te purisutana, Namo te purisātulya, Namo te purisāsado, Namo tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. We are talking about dependent arising, thorough investigations of dependent arising, Parivimansana Sutta. We discussed in dependent arising or dependent origination there are 12 factors. One can investigate these from beginning ignorance to the end, decay and death. One can practice this from end, decay and death to the beginning point, ignorance. Likewise, 4 ways already we discussed. In this discourse, Blessed One begin with the last, the 12th factors, decay and death, jara, marana. Because when consider about decay and death, all the suffer include this. Last week we discussed the 2 factors, what is decay, what is death. And today we are trying to discuss about the cause of decay and cause of death. Cause of death and decay and death is birth. Jati pacha jara marananti jnana. Jati means birth, arising. Pacha means cause. Jati pacha jara marananti, decay and death. Because of birth arise decay and death. Then the cause is birth for decay and death. Then you can understand, if there is no birth, no decay and death. If you dislike to decay, become old age one, or if you don't want to die, now you know what you should do. Stop birth, correct? How do you stop birth? I think that you will not like to stop birth, because when you heard this word birth, so happy, right? Especially new generation. Why? That's very interesting words. Even when listen, birthday party, birthday gift, so many things, eh? So why do you want to stop birth? Actually, what is birth? What is birth? Birthday is day for enjoy and become happy, But if you are intelligent, I think you will think further, not only just enjoy. That's why you should know about real birth. What is birth? You think only about the date that you jump out from your mother's womb. When we discuss about birth, when I ask about birth, you will say the day that you jump out from your mother's womb. But what is the real meaning of this? What is the real meaning of this? Not only that, it's mentioned as the birth is comprised entire embryonic process beginning with conception and till the parturition. Okay, that's a simple meaning, but it mentioned in many discourses, especially in Abhidhamma Vibhanga Prakarana. Tatta katama Jati yo te santi sansattanam tammi satta nikaye jati sanjati okkanti abhinippanti indriyanam patubho ayatananam parilabho ayam uchyati jati. These explanations in detail. What is the meaning of this? Tatta katama jati. What is birth there? What is birth there? Jati. First birth occur. Jati. Sanjati. Complete birth occur. Okkanti. And entering into the mother's womb. Abhinibbanti. Fully manifested birth occur. Indriyanam patubhavo. And arisings of faculties. Ayatananam patilabho. And arisings of bases. Eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, body base. All these. The meanings of birth. First birth occur, complete birth occur, and entering into the mother's wombs occur, fully manifested birth occur, and an arisings of faculties and arisings of bases. This is called birth. There are many words about birth. Jati, sanjati, likewise that's Pali in English meaning first birth occur, complete birth occur, entering into the mother's womb occur, fully manifested birth occur, arising and arisings of faculties occur, and arisings of bases occur. So many explanations. Why? There is different meaning. When we concentrate on this word, we can understand the Blessed One's exposition. Normally, Blessed One declares his Dhamma, explain his Dhamma in two ways. One is expositions of true in highest sense. That means ultimate realities. We call in Pali Paramatta Desana. Ultimate true. In this explanation, Blessed One deeply explain about mentality, materiality, aggregate, cause and effect, those things. And another one, it is not in ultimate sense, but in conventional sense it's called Sammuti Desana or Bohara, this explanation. So in these detailed explanation, descriptions of Jati, also we can understand the two types of explanation. When we think about that meaning, you can understand it. Jati, that means first birth occur. First birth occur means just mention about conceptions, and fully birth, complete birth occur. That means delivering, participation or delivering from the wombs, and entering into the mother's womb. That also, especially the moments of conceptions. And another one, the fully manifested birth occur. That means all the faculties and all the bases completed in birth. Especially this you can say as in Pali word it's Upapatika. That means without parents' intervention, birth occur. It is spontaneous or miraculous birth. And another one is arisings of faculties and bases. So you can see the Jati means the just conceptions and all those things mentions as conventional sense, and arisings of faculties, bases, and all those things is ultimate truth explanations. Okay, for easy understanding, I would like to tell, in the rebirth circle we call samsaric circle, rebirth circle, the being wandering in this rebirth circle. How many places are there to wonder? 31 planes. In these 31 planes, various life depend on various karma. Born in 4 ways. What are those 4? One is called birth from eggs, Andaja, birth from wombs, Jalabhuja, birth from moisture or heat, Sansetaja, and birth from spontaneous or miraculous, spontaneous or miraculous, Upapatika. In these 4 ways, beings are born in this rebirth circle. As example, from the eggs, birds, fish, and serpent, such beings, and from the wombs, all the mammalians, human beings, and some other animals, so many. Some exceptional things also there, bats and dolphin. There are some other exceptional, but all those from the wombs, and from the moisture and the heat means you can see the beings, small tiny beings in the loathsome flesh or crops, you can see the worms. Those are called due to moisture or from moisture or the heatness born. Another one, spontaneous or miraculous means probably in highest realms gods born in this way. It's in the scriptures can see some human being such as Ambapali during the Blessed One's time, but a lady called Ambapali fully manifested life. She is not birthed due to the parents' activities or just arise. Very real things. And these four ways you can see, you can understand being birth occur in this space. So when you think about the explanation descriptions above, that conceptual explanations, first birth, conception, and fully manifested, complete birth, first birth and complete birth, Jati Sanjati, belongs to the birth from eggs and birth from wombs, birth from heat and moisture, also some kind of explanations in conventional sense, but risings of faculties and bases, that is ultimate sense. In this way we can classify these, but I think we can think about more details or about all of these. If we just think about first birth occur, how it's happened, because of karma, not another thing, karma. How the karma effect for the birth, that's what we know. In previous life, at the time of death, mind worked very fast. If we consider about, if we focus on beings in this world, how it's happened, the first birth, because of previous life, last moment thought. According to that thought, rebirth occurred. The thought we call the karma power. In last moment, while his mind was working, some thought arises with the object, the same object and the thought cause for this life. It's called karma. It may be wholesome or unwholesome. In these thoughts, there's a power to produce new birth. It's called roots, karma roots. If it is wholesome, alobha, greedlessness, adosa, hatelessness, amoha, non-delusion, non-greed, non-hate, non-delusion. That is wholesome roots. And the opposite of these, unwholesome roots, greed, hate and delusion. In the last moment, if unwholesome roots arise, remember all all these three unwholesome roots not arise together. Only two. Two is delusion and greed, because greediness arises due to delusion, and delusions and hate. Hate and greed not arise together. Therefore, two roots. Due to these two roots, with these two roots, thought arises, and same time you can memorize, you can see the sign of actions, activities, what he has done for these roots. So to get actions, he wrong views arise as I am, and also attachment arises to oneself, himself, and another thing is clinging arises. As a result, we born in the bad place. Sometimes maybe woeful state, sometimes maybe ghost sphere, sometimes maybe animal world. Yes, that is for the unwholesome roots. If previous life, last moment, if wholesome root arises, wholesome thought arises, in that thought, yes sir, wholesome roots. What are the wholesome roots? Yes, number one, non-greedy. Number two, non-hate, non-hatred. Number three, non-delusion. All these three roots can arise if it is powerful, wholesome karma. At the same time, you can see what he has done to arise this thought. So he think, I am doing thing. So attachment arises. Wrongly whereas thinking as I am. And as greedy and wrongly whereas clinging arises. So wholesome karma push him to the rebirth, next slide, because of that attachment, clinging and greedy to himself. Rebirth happen, but good life. It may be heavenly world or sometime human world. Anyway, very happy life with everything. But sometime there's only two roots. If there's three roots, especially the benefit is after birth he is intelligent, become intelligent one. He will follow the Dhamma, also support attainment. But sometimes thought arises only these two root, wholesome two root, no wisdom, no non-delusion, only the non-greediness and non-hatred. As a result, same way he can see what he has done to arise this thought. So wrongly whereas thinking I am, and think greediness arises to himself and clinging. As a result, he bind to the next slide, and as it is wholesome root, wholesome karma, push to the next slide. Maybe human world or deva world, but as there's two roots and there's no non-delusion, he may be handsome, beautiful, rich, many relatives, friends, but no intelligence. In this way, various type, various kind beings can arise in this world spheres according to the previous thought, previous action. This is called first occur. Then if it is human life, you can easily understand. At least 9 months or around 9 months he has to depend on mother in the wombs. After complete that 9 months, mother delivered baby. When the child birth, all the body's completed body parts, head, nose, eyes, ears, everything, limbs. So it is called complete birth. Complete birth. That's parturition, so deliverance. Then yes, the time of depend on mother in the wombs or in the eggs varies from beings to beings. Now you know all the 4 ways of birth, from the eggs, from the wombs, from moisture and heat, from spontaneous or miraculous birth. Among these 4 methods we are born. So this is about the birth, and you know about decay and death. Now the important part is, after we know about this, we should know how we investigate this, how we practice this for the overcome of suffering. Let's then explain it. Also can practice in 2 ways. One is as conventional. That means considering one life, just birth and death. Because of birth, decay, and because of birth, there's a death. Because of birth, decay and death. If there is no birth, no decay and death, another suffers, lamentation and all those things. When you always focusing on this thing, with your experience you will understand cause and effect, and also the character of impermanent situations, suffering situations, non-self situation. This is the very important part for attainment of Nibbana. This is simple way, that means we can say as conventional. And what is the deep method? Ultimate. True in ultimate sense. True in ultimate sense. How do we investigate? Let's explain that. In that case, we have to focus in rebirth cycle, few life, previous life and future life, focusing on that thing. Because of previous life cause, in this life rebirth occur. Jati pacha, rebirth occur. Jati occur, the birth occur because of previous life. Karma power. Actually, when investigating, we focus on 5 things. Already I explained that. If I call you again, because of ignorance, wrong view, birth occur. Because of greediness, birth occur. Because of clinging, birth occur. I already explained that 3 parts, and I told you rebirth occur, but something pushed to that sphere, world sphere. What is it? Wholesome or unwholesome karma. Because of wholesome karma, birth occur. Then if it is unpleasant place, that means animal world or ghost fear or opal state. When we focusing on that, we can think as because of unwholesome cause birth occur. If there is no unwholesome cause, no birth occur. If there is no birth, no decay, no death. If there is a wholesome cause, birth occur. If there is no birth, no decay and death. If there is no wholesome cause, no birth. In this way, with fully concentration, with wisdom, if you investigate and if you continue it for a long time with your experience, you can see impermanent situation. If you not experience about that, if you not investigate in this way, you will not think about that. So always think as I am, and others, my relatives, my friends, my goods likewise. But if you investigate this, if you will realize this is the cause, this is the effect. When the cause is there, the effect arises. But if there is no cause, no result, then impermanent situation, non-self situations and suffering situation, you will understand, you will realize. This is the most important part, not to accumulate karma power, which cause to rebirth, which cause to bind to the samsara rebirth circle. So today I explain about how the birth helps to decay and death. What is the birth and what are the four kinds of birth, and how we focus in inside practice, how we focus these two factors for the attainment of Nibbana or to stop accumulations of karma. Okay, my friends, I think enough today. This is very important part. So listen to this again and again and think about that. Then you will easily understand. I will see with another video about dependent arising in the future. Until then, I would like to share this merit which I collected by giving Dhamma with you, my good friends. By the power of this merit, may you be well and happy. All the burdens, all the difficulties may disappear, and all the fortunes will rise with you. May you be happy. See you again.